Hi, everybody. Welcome to My Other's Keeper. I am here today with the beautiful Village. We've got Misha here today, and we're going to be talking about this new space that she and I talked about just over, not over the phone, but here on the computer. And it was a space where we don't all have to believe the same things. We don't all have to have the same direction. We don't all have to have the same anything, really, just like in any city or any village. I happen to live in a village. There's maybe 700 and something people here. No, 702. I think somebody's dog had a puppy and my daughter's friend had a baby. So there's now 702. Anyways, so there's that. But the village that we have, between Misha and I, we have had some friends who have become not lost, but who have become unmoored in the sea of life. And they now don't have a safe place to land. Misha and I have gotten together, and she has done a ton of work, a buttload of work. And she has put together a safe space for us all to have our own channels invited into the village. And I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. We've got Shannon Smith, we've got Janet, we've got Body Illusion, Daniel. Who else do we have? Crystal, Indigo, Guilty as Hell, Seventh Son. Like it. I like that a lot. Surviving Together. Okay, so we have Sharon. She's looking to find out probably what time zone we're in. But yeah, that's who's here so far. So
we're
happy
in the
to
same
see
time
everybody.
zone, aren't we?
We are now. We are. Yeah, I'm now in the central time zone, so you don't have to do as much math when it comes to actually seeing my episodes and my content. So that's kind of fun. Let's see what else. Okay, so I've given just kind of a very bare bones description. What would you like people to know, Misha?
Well, first off, we have a newbie to our village already, but she's not a newbie to me. Everybody, please do your best to welcome in Kathleen Redmond.
Hello, Kathleen Redmond.
That's my
nice
girl
to
right
see
there.
You. Yes, I see you there.
This is something that we've talked about a lot. It's something that I felt, after looking at my life in retrospect, and if there was one thing that I could have changed out of everything, it was I didn't have that support. I didn't have the people to, no family, no nobody to knock ideas across or to ask questions or anything. If I were to have went back in time and changed everything, I would have found my village, because it takes a baby. It takes a village to raise a baby.
It takes a baby to raise a village too.
It takes a baby to raise a village as well. Yeah. Definitely. And I've got my babies raised, but it sure would have been easier with that village. And so we need to become the village.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that's what my goal is to bring people together in a place that nothing online is safe. Nothing will ever be safe anywhere, anyway. However, we can do the best we can with what we have. And I think that there's enough people with heart and with understanding, with experience. My God, I mean, if we were to take just our experiences and add it all up together, we could have had a college, why not? Yeah. Why not put all that together? Why not bring it together instead of you having your knowledge and what you've learned and me the same and doing it on our own ways? We all hear the phrase connection. Yeah. We don't quite understand what that means anymore.
It means different things to different people, I think. For some people, it means getting together with like-minded people. For some people, it means I don't care who you are. I'm going to be your friend no matter what, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
For some people, it is. Pardon?
Necessary.
Oh, yeah.
For me, sometimes.
Exactly. Like I'm an octopus. I'm going to suction right onto your face.
Right.
That's kind of the way I am there.
I mean, now there's things about it. There's the push and shove, but that is a good friendship.
Yeah.
And I was not really prepared or ready to go live with this, but thanks to your support, I did. And I got on the ball with it because I think I need that push. You know that. You know me as a friend. You know me. And so you were able to delicately push without being like, hey, you're here, and I appreciate that. And that's the thing is we need to be able to find a way to get to know people and to work in ways that each other can work together and can build.
Absolutely.
Instead of hindering, instead of hurting, and instead of judging, and instead of telling. I have my son, first of all, needs to stop it. Stop it now. Because he knows whenever I get nervous, he starts to doing the itching and the licking thing because he thinks that is soothing to him at least.
Oh,
but the hacking up of the fur ball and all that, that's not so soothing. We are not connecting as far as explaining that to each other. He says, fine, I'll leave.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
His little butt just goes swish back to me. Like, I'm gone. But no, it's just, we don't have to worry about how big we get. That's not the issue. That's not what matters. We don't have to worry about who likes us, who doesn't, because that's not the issue. What matters is if we aren't able to speak our truths, if we're not able to come forward and be who we are, if we have to consider what we're saying, doing, thinking, feeling, because we're worried about the numbers, we're worried about this person or that person, then we're not being true to ourselves.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
I don't have the brain width to think before I speak.
I had to learn because I find that my daughter keeps telling me that I've said things that I don't remember having said.
Well, yeah.
And these things that she says that I've said are completely outside of my typical personality.
Have you looked into that, my love?
I have not looked into that deeply.
No,
I've looked into it like a mud puddle. No, I have not looked into that one.
I know that's not what we're doing tonight is the mental health thing, but that's a lot of what happened to me too. And that's how I found out about my disassociation and my DID was down that vein of thinking and realizations.
Huh. Okay.
And being,
honey, we can on this channel we always talk mental health.
Yeah, we can talk. We don't have to think. We don't have to topic. We don't have to none of that crap because we're just being us. We're just being us.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Yeah.
I think that being misunderstood happens a lot, especially online. And Bradley used to give me a hard time because I would just be laughing and kidding it up and talking to somebody. And he's like, they do not understand you. They can't see your face. They don't know who you are really. How do you think that they're getting what you're saying? And people, I guess apparently I would make people angry when I was just joking around and playing around. I thought I had a good enough type 1Es that people knew who I was just by typing, just because it was the same as I am in real life.
Yeah.
I thought I had a really cute little personality on my typing, but apparently it doesn't translate well.
And you can have a cute personality in your typing, but typing doesn't have tone of voice and it doesn't have
exactly
features, right?
Exactly.
And so, with me, my sense of humor is incredibly dry. So if I say something that in my heart of hearts is 100% out of this world, absolutely ridiculous, then I will say it assuming that you think it's ridiculous and therefore we'll see it as humor. I have really hurt some people that I love by doing that because they don't know what's going on inside my brain. So I've really had to learn how to think about what I say when it comes to those things. A good friend of mine pointed it out. And my daughter has pointed it out over the years. I just thought she was being oversensitive.
Right. I did that with mine too. Yeah.
Yep. And then when this other friend mentioned, maybe Kim, you need to see somebody about that anger that you're living in. And I'm thinking, that wasn't anger. That was sarcasm. That was
right. Don't you know the difference? Come on.
But when she, like somebody who knew me as well as she does, didn't get it, I realized that it really, truly was a problem. And I needed to change how I thought about how I spoke and the type of humor that I use. Because it's not that I have to change me. I just have to change how I present me so that everybody loves me as much as I do.
Right. For real. If you really knew me, you would like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have
me.
so
Really,
much
you
fun.
do.
I have so much fun up in here. It's like I keep myself entertained so much.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
y'all, if anybody was just to come up to the house and listen to what's going on when nobody's here besides just me and the fur boys, they would think either there was a party going on or I was
Oh,
mentally insane.
yeah.
And
All
what they
in
don't realize
here.
is it's both.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, but
Yep.
the thing is, what I'm trying to say with this, I guess, is that we should be able to be ourselves and not have to worry about catering
Mm-hmm.
to that. We should be able to say it and know that if somebody has a problem with it, they can come forward with it
Mm-hmm.
and not have to be alienized or ostracized because of what is said or done. That
Yep.
we can have adult conversations and we can bring it to the table.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
My point of view is not the same as yours, and we are very similar.
We are.
I
Yeah.
do not want to live in a world where it is all Mishas because, my God, I would go insane. There's a reason there's not twins.
Yeah.
That is what makes up the world. The world is made up of so many different personalities. That way on purpose.
Individuals. Yep.
And how can
Yep.
we do that if we all believe the same thing? Because I can't learn anything from somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you think everything that I say is true and everything that I say is the meaning of life and everything that I say is this way, then
Mhm.
you're not going to teach me anything.
No. And I'm not going to teach you anything.
Exactly.
Or you're not going to teach me. Yeah, it's
Right.
going to go both ways. We're going to be in this echo chamber.
Mhm.
And an echo chamber doesn't change. It just resonates.
Yes.
And there will be things that you say or I say or Seventh says or Kathleen says or Max says or whoever, and it will resonate.
Yeah,
with
and that's the
somebody.
beauty in things is finding those things that resonate together.
But
and you can
that's
build
right.
on.
That's right.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think things said with love
Yes.
don't need to be prefaced with "I'm saying this to you in love," because if
Right.
somebody's loving you, you would know it.
Right.
You know. But at
Some
the
of the
same
most
time,
hurtful things have come that way.
oh yeah,
Yep.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, here's the thing too, is I think that in becoming a YouTube channel,
Mhm.
there's a lot to be said in that. First of all, in becoming a channel, I think the way I look at YouTube is it is just
Mhm.
a step above Facebook. We are all having our own accounts. We've all got our own
Yeah.
little places. But
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of typing it all or sharing posts, we are making videos.
Yeah.
We are speaking our voice still, but it's just a little
Yeah.
different way,
That's right.
a different way of presenting it.
Yes.
I think every single person has something that needs to be said.
I agree.
I
Absolutely.
think that whenever you start that channel, it's very scary because when you go to chat for the first time, it says, you must have your own channel to be able to chat. And you're like,
Mhm.
I don't want a channel. Who the hell do you think you are telling me what I can and cannot do? I just want to say, hey,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and in that channel, it's a channel. You don't have to
Yeah.
have anything out there. There's so many channels out there that have nothing. I
That's
still
right.
subscribe to as many times as I can. If I can remember,
Mhm.
I'm able to. I
Mhm.
subscribe to even the ones that have nothing because they may not have anything put out right now, but they may be dying inside wanting to. They may have a
might, yeah.
story that is needed to be told, that needs to be spread, that needs to be shared, that needs to be heard. And that's what I want the village
Yeah.
to do. I want to share
Yeah,
each other's
absolutely.
stories and not have to worry
Yes.
about being this way or that, because then it's not our story. If we have to worry about making it only Christian or only
Mhm.
this religion or only that religion or only left or the right, I wouldn't fit in any of those.
No.
I've never been a
Yeah.
label person other than what they put on my chart, which has a whole bunch of alphabet soup on it. That's the only way I'm a label, you know? That's
My alphabet after my name has nothing to do with PhD, let me tell you.
Right?
But I got a
They're
lot of
signing off on
letters.
it.
That's right.
Wheel of Fortune, go ahead and take your pick.
Pretty much. Vanna, give me a vowel. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I got some vowels in there too.
Let's see. Yeah, I might have. Yeah, I have a couple vowels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just it. Is just laughing at who we are and the struggles in life, making them into something positive, sharing and elevating. Because if we do this right, y'all, the way I've always looked at it is if you have a group of people and you are lifting everybody up and there isn't one person that is better than the other, then that group will rise to the top.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a contest. It's not anything like that, but it's getting our stories out. It's getting the focus to change. It is becoming the change. How are people going to know about the miseries of being homeless if they've never been there, if they've never lived it. And just seeing a documentary on television isn't going to get you there. But I can, I'm sure, make you understand. I can get you to see my viewpoint and what I've lost by telling my story, by telling Christina's story, by telling my daughter's stories.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How are we going to change if we don't lift each other's voices?
I tell people when I'm describing my channel to people, I generally say that a lot of people have congregated on my channel who've had a lot of trauma.
Yes.
And we've all told our stories, and it's a safe place to go to do so. Yep. So I'm usually talking to somebody who's been through something. It's like, okay, so if you want to watch a few of these, see if some of this makes sense to you, please take a look, because I can guarantee there will be somebody on there who has had a similar situation, including being dropped like a baby giraffe from from what they thought was a very safe space. And that's hurts. Not something it hurts. Ooh, it hurts. Yes, absolutely.
And then if you don't have a way to look at that hurt, and it's just supposed to be forgotten and just move on with life, how can everything that you felt, gave, and did in that space, how can you just let it go like that?
Yeah, you can't, because it's who you are.
Exactly.
All of our experiences inform who we are as people. And the cool thing about the people who are currently in this chat, I love you all. Thank you for being here. But the cool thing is the one thread is that we all met through probably one of 2 or 3 channels.
Right.
You know, and when we met, we found a connection with each other. So this village that we are putting together, Misha has not told me whether there's going to be like a town hall or any central place for us to all come and discuss village issues. I think that would be a good idea. I'm willing to put my channel there for that. Or we could just do a Facebook chat as a group and do it that way.
One moment, please, because yes, let me get this, because I'm not working on all cylinders. I got too many monitors and not enough connection. And that's the thing with me. I don't want it to be my village. It's not my village, because it's not just me. It's all of us. That's so it's going to be kind of like America tried to do.
Yep.
It's going to be, we're going to all come together and we're going to all vote on things, and we're all going to put something forward to it. Let me explain that actually real quick. I just sent the link. Please. I sent the link in chat, and that is to the town hall, I guess. That's a good way of putting it.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's going to be to where, and again, I don't have it all worked out, because it's not for me to work out everything. I've been running around scrambling, trying to build this connection, trying to build places for each other to have, to where that we can have our safe space. So we're not out just floating in the dangerous waters by ourselves anymore. We don't have somewhere to go, because we don't trust each other, or we don't trust this, or we don't quite relate to this one, or quite relate to that one. With us being all different, there's going to be different places to go.
Absolutely. There's going to be those of us who wear tinfoil hats.
Yes.
And those of us who are firmly grounded in objective reality.
Right.
Or, those living in the matrix, those living outside the matrix.
Yes.
Whatever.
And so that would be great if we can put this to where that we have this channel. This channel, people can put their stuff out there, and you can decide what you want to watch, what you relate to, what you don't. If you don't relate to any of it, start building your own channel, and we will help you with that.
Yes.
Because I'm going to start doing mod schools. I'm going to start teaching how I feel a good mod does. And there's things sidetrack a little bit, because that's Misha. But it's actually a profession now. You can actually get jobs being a moderator. The ceiling or the bottom of pay starts at $30,000 a year for being a moderator.
Dude, cool.
Yeah. And so
I didn't know moderators got paid. I'm not paying any y'all.
They don't.
I don't have the money.
That's it. Exactly. And that's the thing, is right now, us just running around YouTube, we don't get anything except for we can put links in the chat, but we are supporting things that we believe in.
Yeah.
And there's an issue there. Not going to go there right now. I'm going to put that in my little shelf.
Okay.
But as a mod, there's things that you can do whenever you want to support something, whenever you want to be a volunteer for a nonprofit, for instance. There's things that you can do, and you're like, well, I can't do anything. I don't have anything to give, because, that's what I used to think. I was like, well, I don't have any money. I can't do anything. But that's bullshit, because money is not head in my books. Money has been a pain in my butt my entire life. Money has caused so many issues, so many problems.
It's a necessary evil, unfortunately.
It is a necessary evil, and I've found ways to do without it, so much so, and I will help everybody that wants to be in that little tiny, minute group.
Yes.
But it's not head in my book. I can do so much more.
Right.
I have so much to offer, and I'm tired of just putting it out there and letting the wind spread it everywhere. I'm starting and trying to become more intentional with what I am doing, so it has better results, so it actually benefits those that I love instead of just being thrown out there. I can volunteer by doing my art. I can volunteer by sharing my experience. I can volunteer by, okay, y'all, the other day, I had a very bad day.
Oh.
This is the day that I just about lost everything mentally. Yes, you know this day, Kim. You know this day very well.
I do know that
very
day.
intricate part of this and the healing part of it.
Thank you.
I decided after speaking with you to go live, because you asked me, do I feel better? And my response to you, I don't remember the exact response, but it was, I feel hopeful. And at that point, before I talked to you, I couldn't even speak.
Wow.
I couldn't even speak. And it was, I had my friends, my online life, all my people were struggling, and I was struggling with that. And that was out of love. That was out of love for every single party involved. Love. And then I had an issue with something very personal with Christina and with our future in that aspect. It was just a whole lot. And my mind said, nope, stop, halt. We're not going to do a dang thing, but just feel sorry and miserable for ourselves. And that is not a good place to stay.
Yeah.
After speaking, because I reached out, that is something I did and I'm proud of. I reached out and I said, somebody talk me down.
Yeah.
And I had so many people reach out. And you called me and we talked, and going from being almost mute, from not even being able to understand my own words coming out of my mouth, to being hopeful. And we only spoke for not that long in the grand scheme of things, really.
Only 5 or 6 hours. It wasn't bad.
Right?
No, but it was in that conversation where the village was born.
Well, not really born. Because this has been going, this was actually, it started out being something totally different, and that was taken.
Oh.
There's a story behind that, but I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that one. But yes, it started out as something else.
Oh, and that would be my kid. I'm going to be like, look, I sent you the link.
There you go.
I should just
Hello, Joanna. Nice to see you.
Hi, you are live. She'd be like, click. But no.
Hi there, you've reached YXZIMD.
Right? You have reached VILLAGE. We're live on the air. Tell us your story.
Yes.
You're like, Mom, stop. But no, I choose to act forward as often as myself will let me.
Yep.
Sometimes it just comes through and I can't help it. And I apologize for that. And I try to keep that part of me reined in as best I can. But my intentions, my actions, what I do on the daily, I try to go forward with love and what will benefit all rather than just myself.
Right. Absolutely.
And
now
that,
some rules for, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say that is, I took the things that happened with it and I almost gave up. I almost gave in, and then I remembered what it was to beginning, what it began with. And it began with,
Yeah.
I was a single mother who had nobody in a town that I was not familiar with. And I had nothing, and I wanted to give better for my children. And so I started a cookbook.
Oh, wow.
That cookbook has grown, gosh, almost 30 years now, from hacks and tips and tricks and experiences and things that I've went through. And it was for my daughters because I wanted them to have something. Because, you know, my family tree starts with me.
Yeah.
I didn't have any culture. I didn't have anything to go back on and to look. And I didn't want my kids to have to go through that. It's so very meaningful to me. It's so very important. You guys don't understand. This isn't just a YouTube channel. This is a building of something that people can go back on and to find hope.
Yes.
That they can go back on and they can learn and they can share and they can grow and not feel alone and not feel ostracized and not feel like they are bad for being themselves. To be able to be. It is. And yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing in the village. And we're going to have problems. We're going to have issues. We're going to have so many good and bad of everything because that is life. We are not perfect people.
No.
Where I was going with the reason I even started on this tangent, and I do that, y'all. If you don't know me, I go everywhere. I'm like the Tasmanian devil all the time. But where I was going was I did that video after speaking with you. And I didn't realize until the next day that the audio was horrendous. And so I took it down. I need to go through and edit because I tried to go live with OBS. And I know I have OBS. I love OBS, but I had not had the sound settings set right. And it's horrible.
Okay.
And so that's something else we're going to learn together. We're going to learn how to do that kind of thing together because it is a free software and you can do your channel and not have to worry about it. And if it's going to have a problem, if it's going to have an issue, guaranteed Misha has done it over there on Awaken. And I will make the fumbles, but then we can learn from it and then we can start your channels.
Is that the one where there was infinite number of me's on it?
Oh, there's infinite numbers of everybody all the time on my channel.
All right.
OBS, yeah.
Okay.
I love that aspect though. I think I might actually do it on purpose, not realizing it because I just think it's so cool. The mirror. I love that. I've always loved that.
I've always loved that
Microsoft
mirror of mirrors. And yeah.
Well, as a little kid, I used to do it. I would stand in front of the mirror that was across from the mirror and just look at all the possibilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm tired of the possibilities
there was
being out there.
mirror in the bathroom, and I'd sit up on the counter, and I'd have me on this side, the back of me on that side. And yeah, it was fun.
It's beautiful. There's a whole thing. Misha, stop and rein yourself in because there's a whole thing. Anyways, so yeah, I did the video, took it down, but the thing that was beautiful about it is in that video, we made music together. And
we did.
Out of that, there has been several people have started doing this and making their own music.
Ooh.
And I like to make music for people. I love that feeling because in that I am connecting with that person in a way that I've never been able to before. And I can get to know them even further and they don't know. And it kind of sometimes is stalkerish. Can't help that part of me, but it's all out of love. So, you know, but
fair.
I get to know them more and I have intimate connection to where that I see them as I see them. And I'm able to put it to words and then the AI puts it to music and it's a coming together of things. I've not had that done for me until the other day.
Oh, wow.
And it was so beautiful and so amazing. And I'm going to share it, not right now because I don't have it available and I'm not going to sidetrack anymore on that kind of stuff today. I'm trying to be all focused, Misha. But yeah, Seventh Son wrote a song for me. And
oh, did he?
It was incredible. It was something that it was kind of hard for me to accept because, wow, those are beautiful words about me. But I took them.
Yeah.
And I felt honored.
Seventh, that is so sweet.
Yeah. That is what I want in the village. I want us to build each other and to show each other things that we know that is able to, out of that, come more beauty.
Absolutely. And as we are in the village, each of us has our own channel there. We should subscribe to each other's channels.
That's it
and
too.
The bigger it grows, you know, like over time, one will monetize, then we will all monetize.
And that's the biggest thing, Kim, right
You
there.
know?
I don't mean to
Like,
keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
oh, that's okay. That's okay. Because money isn't the end all be all, but
No,
frankly, it's nice to have.
it is nice
You
to
know,
have.
well,
And, like
you don't
me,
know how nice it is to have until you don't have it.
for reals. But you
So,
also realize it's not
yeah,
the end all be all if you don't have it either, because we don't have money and we're still living
absolutely.
and we're
Yep,
still here.
absolutely right.
Whenever I made the most recent video, it was for my friend Paola for her birthday video. And I'm very proud of that. It was 98% everything that was in there was something that I had made. There was like 3 clips that I ran out of time, but it's because I ran out of money. I ran out of credits on the freebie stuff and had to go the old school, and that's where the money will help too, because then we'll be able to do things like that. Because it's $8. I should have been able to just pull up $8 and be like, okay, let's finish this.
But when you don't have $3, $8 is a lot.
Exactly. And so that's where our channel is growing with the money. It's not about the money because we want to become YouTube famous and rich and buy yachts and all that. That's not it. But to be able to help elevate, right? But the village.
It's exactly who I am.
Right?
Or not. Yeah.
We probably, unfortunately, would not be talking because I just have a thing. And it's not that I have a thing against people with money. I have a thing against people that think that that's the end all be all.
Yes. Yep. Nope, you're right.
The village won't be taking money in for itself. The village will not go to any one person. And that's something that I think is very important. The reason why people can't do these coming togethers and these umbrella channels or organizations very well is because, first of all, we're scared. Who's going to take our stuff? Who's going to take it and run with it? Who's going to make it? And I don't want to represent that. I don't want to represent this. The village is everybody, because our world does not have just left. It doesn't have just right. It doesn't have any of these one things.
Right.
It's going to be a nonprofit.
It doesn't have just one religion. It doesn't have one ideal. It doesn't
one
have
skin color. It doesn't have
any of that. Yeah.
It's going to be everybody, and everybody's welcome. Just no hate. When we see hate, then we're going to take a vote, and that vote is going to say, hey, we don't like hate. You're out. If you're a troll and you're a first timer and you come in being an idiot, then you're out. But if you have been there, if you have been somebody that we know, that we recognize, if you have been somebody that seems to generally care about this as well, then if you say something we don't agree with and more people get upset about it than just the average, then we'll talk about it. We will bring it out. We will call it out.
That's right. Yes. And that, in my humble yet accurate opinion, is the way things should be done.
I love you.
I'm fond of you as well, Misha.
Just taking a drink of coffee.
Yeah, don't spit it through your nose. It hurts.
It does hurt. It's not very pretty.
It does.
Y'all, faceless or not, y'all would see it.
Yeah.
But no, that's the thing is, we should be able to have our feelings and our beliefs.
Absolutely.
That's where I draw the line. I draw the line on my friends not being able to say their piece, but we have to listen to other pieces. And that's about as far as I'm going to go on that right now. Because I love, like I said, I love every single party involved. But
yes,
we are in the village are not going to be that. We're going to be all of us together, and we're going to be our separate selves. And so it will be a nonprofit. Right. And in fact, we can't do the nonprofit right away because it costs money.
Right.
And so
we have none. So
exactly. Once the village starts bringing in money from the revenues from whatever, then it will go into an account that everybody will know about. Everybody will see monthly statements. I don't care. It's going to be something that we will all come together and we will all vote on, and we will all decide where it's going to go. And that's what's going to happen to it, because there will be no revenue made for individualism on the village. So that takes out the biggest issue right there.
Right there.
Second issue is representing things that we don't believe in. I believe in everybody. I believe everybody has a chance. And I believe that my way is not always the right way. It is sometimes the right way.
Right.
Nobody wants to hug a cactus. How can you get your message across to somebody?
Unless, of course, you're, what's her name? Valo, who makes her kids hug cactuses as a punishment.
My goodness.
Yeah. Did you not hear about that?
No.
Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Yeah. So
see, and there's stuff like that. Stuff like that will not be allowed in the village. That's one thing. Sorry, we're going to put our feet down right now, and you cannot hug cactuses or make anybody else.
Nope. No cactus hugging here.
But how can you get your story across if you're all the time?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so we're going to come out of love. We're going to come out of growing. And I think that it would probably work best if we would do something like that. And then every channel that wants to be a part, you can simulcast, or you can just add a live stream or post something.
Now, the simulcasting thing, I have questions. YouTube has made it so you can't simulcast.
Well, have they?
And that's
like,
where,
is this recent?
Yeah. Well, it's within the last 5 months.
Okay, because I think that you still can. I'm pretty sure, but you're just not going to make money off of that particular video.
Oh, okay.
I think that there's something with that.
That might
and
be
so
it. Okay.
That's going to happen. You're going to have to sacrifice that one video. But if that's the case and the village doesn't make money at all, then the village doesn't make money at all. It's not there for money.
No,
that's a side effect that we don't care about.
Yeah. And if you do care about it, I'm sorry, but
you know, I mean, you can care about it. Just do it on your channel.
That's exactly right. That's
the village will be an advertisement.
Hey, Mary,
of
nice
who
to
you
see
are.
you. Glad you're here.
It'll be about who you are, and you are sharing. You are showing your channel, what you are about, and then people can come into the village and say, "Well, I really like that one. I think I'm going to try it out." And then they will go to your channel.
Yeah,
this is a culmination of people coming together and presenting who and what they are. And then the thing is, if you believe in something, if you stand for something, and you're all in, right? And then all of a sudden it starts changing and it starts becoming something that you don't believe in. You don't have to bash it. You can say, I don't go there anymore. You can turn off your notifications. You can turn off your subscribe. You can do whatever you choose, because we have the power to control nobody else ever. Period.
It's not an airport. You don't have to. It's not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure.
Right.
You know.
But you don't have to stay. You don't have to believe in it. You don't have to carry on. You don't have to become part of it further. You can just say, hey, it's not the same trajectory as I'm going right now. I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
That
and
is
Mary, excellent. We will absolutely count you in. Kim and Misha, a question. Yes. What is it?
I'm so glad you looked at that. It's so hard for me.
That's okay. I have my thing all kind of squished together, so I have the chat off to the side and I can see that. So Sharon, fire away. Tell me your question. So yeah, that's something that I personally, like for my channel, these will be rules that I will follow. We are not going to talk about religion unless it is that day's topic. We're not going to talk about politics unless it is that day's topic.
Right.
Like that kind of stuff. I banned somebody because we were talking about whatever, and they just came in and said, Jesus saves. And I'm like, I agree, but not right now.
Because it takes away from the message.
Not appropriate. That's exactly right. So, I mean, there's times when you do have to be judicious in what you comment and where.
Absolutely.
And that was a person who was just kind of a rando from wherever.
There's a lot of trolls.
I had never heard of them. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they were a troll so much, or they weren't trying to troll. I don't know. It just was.
Or they just maybe believe so much that that's what their message is.
Yeah.
But in putting your message out there, you have to be careful, because if you put it out a certain way, then it's going to do the opposite effect. And I think that's what a lot of things have happened in this society today, is you have such a belief in something. You are so fervent about it that you don't consider how you're getting it out there. And if you were somebody in the opposite position, how would you take somebody coming at you like that?
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
like, let me hug you. Let me hug you. I want to hug you.
Yeah.
I want to hug you now.
Yeah. And I'm all about hugs, but you know, yeah. And the thing is, on the village, you can put whatever you are, just not hate, And if you start becoming divisive, then you're going to be gone. But it'll be a village vote. It'll be a vote. It's not going to be any one person in charge, any one person doing or saying. It is going to be a vote. It's a squirrel moment. I'm all about those. Yes.
It's about raising fund for David's company that gives 50% net profits to charity. He's given all to it, and it is at $0. I don't know what David's company is. Sharon, if you have more information that would best be said on screen so that we could discuss it and stuff, I'd be very happy to shoot you a link, and please come on and explain it, because that's what tonight's show is about, is talking about where things can go, how things can happen. He's trying to raise enough funds to get him through this year. I see. I don't know who David is though.
And I think that that's something we can put fundraisers and stuff on there as individual fundraisers on the village, and people can go through and look at it as because there's a lot of people that are struggling. There's a lot of issues that are going on, and people can tell their side of what is going on with it.
Yay, Brian, a third of the way there. That's awesome.
Heck yes.
Yes.
And see, that's it too, because I have people all the time that are coming to me and they want to do this GoFundMe or that. And I'm like, but I can't be all about that, because then it takes away, and people are like, oh, what's Misha doing now? What's she putting out there now? And so we have to be able to do it.
She's always begging for money for something, right?
Yeah. And that's hard too, because that's not what I always talk about money, because that is part of my life. Unfortunately, I deal with the struggles of being poor on the 24/7. And so whenever I say things, I don't want it to be like I'm a grifter, because that's not it. I'm not wanting your money. I'm wanting for you to work with me so that we can both do things.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I think fundraising can be a big part of it, just not coming, like, you can put your stuff on the village, but no spammy, anything like that, but we will support you too. And so it's just, we have to do that fine line, and we just have to do it together as a whole, and not come at anything with hate. We just have to do it in a way that it's going to benefit the village as a whole. Just America tried to do before everything got all jacked up, democracy.
And by America, you also mean Canada and Europe countries.
Well, I can't speak for them because I don't live there.
Yeah, exactly. I can't speak for American, I am going to get political here without being totally political. Something that really made me happy about this last election. Lots of people voted.
Mm-hmm.
There was no question who won in the end, and the people's voices were heard.
I'm so confused on the whole entire election.
Pardon?
I'm so confused on the entire election. To me, it just doesn't even make sense. I don't know if I disassociated the entire thing or what, but I really am confused on it. But that's a whole topic for another day. But what I was getting at on it, though, is, if you have a group of people, they have to be represented fully. It can't be that there are other agenda, that there are other things at play, such as somebody getting paid under the, under whatever that saying is. It has to be strictly for the benefits of representing the entire village.
Absolutely.
And so, you're going to have like a treasurer. You're going to have like somebody doing this or that, but we will come to it. And if there's a problem, if it starts messing up, somebody thinks that it's not right, then we will come together. But there will be no behind the scenes, hey, you need to do this because you need to do that because you need to do this.
Yeah. And Mary says that even the Amish voted. She's not getting political, just stating a fact. And that's, I have no problem with
they need to be represented.
Facts. They do. They really do. They need to be protected.
Yes.
Talk about a group of people who needs protection.
I mean, they're not out there trying to make their way anybody else's. They're just trying to live their lives.
That's right.
But they are a part of the community that needs to be represented. And so that makes me actually very happy.
Yeah, me too.
Very happy.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a long, everything that we're going to be doing is going to take a while to get where we need it to be. The good thing is it's going to take a while. If it gets monetized, it's going to take a while to get there. And so we'll have more time and more experience with it. And if you want to do something, if you're going to watch a channel, if you're going to subscribe, first of all, thank you for the subscription hit. We are grateful for it. We are glad that you're in the village, but we also expect for you to do a few things. It's not a channel. It's not a TV show, even though the initials are TV. I just need it to be known that it is a coming together of people wanting to do things to become the change. Your change doesn't have to be my change. My change isn't going to be your change. We can all come together and just say, hey, we want something different. And so in that, liking the channels, liking the videos, liking that, because one of the reasons why this is becoming a thing and actually starting to do it is because of the whole Thanksgiving thing. Thanksgiving is the second scariest day of the year for people. It brings about so many memories and so much loss and so much heartache. And sometimes Thanksgiving, whenever I watch channels and they're talking about pumpkin pies and turkey, while we're eating stuff out of cans that has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. And there's others that are eating out of the trash and having to smell all the good smells of Thanksgiving, but not being able to partake. I don't want that. I want it to be recognized that people are struggling, and I want it to be something that is a good day for them. And so I want to start, and this is one of my first call outs, a 24-hour chain. I'm working on setting up a schedule to where that we can do it to where that nobody's going to, we'll all be able to go one after the other and not mess with anybody's Thanksgiving plans, not mess with their sleep plans, this and that. But I would like for us to each do an hour's channel or an hour show to make up 24 hours to where there's nobody's going to be alone. If they don't want to be, they can come in and they can hang out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I want to do something like games in between to where that we do like a challenge for each one.
Nice.
I just think, do something fun with it and have a good community time. We can't physically be in each other's presence, but we can be there. And I think that that's one of the things that's going to be best about this is we'll be able to have all of us there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of stuff.
American Thanksgiving is, when is it? Is the 21st, 22nd, something like that?
And see, I do that too. I just assume Thanksgiving.
Yeah. My Thanksgiving was a month ago, so.
Right. That's right. Well, we're going to go American Thanksgiving on this one.
Okay.
I think it's the 21st. If it's not the 21st, it'll be the 28th.
It's a Thursday, right?
It's always on a Thursday.
It's the second last Thursday of November, right? Or the
I believe,
third Thursday?
It used to, in my mind, always be the 25th because, that's how my brain thinks.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
Christmas,
but it's, yeah. And then I'd like to do something the same thing Christmas Eve and Christmas. There's a lot of us that don't have families at all.
28th.
That are going to be coming together.
Sandy Wandy says it's on the 28th.
Okay. Well, we'll have to get that.
I knew it was a Thursday.
Get up here. Are you mad at me still? He says, I'm going to scratch Mom. No. The fur boy. Okay. Are you happy? Are you good? Okay. He says he's happy, so we're good.
Okay, so it's the fourth Thursday of November. That is.
Okay. So the 28th.
Good. 28th.
And we'll make announcements, and I will have a form sheet to where that you guys can come in and fill it out, and then we will work on the schedule, and we'll make it to where that it will work. But part of what we expect is for you to like and to push the village. Subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And then as it grows, as more channels come into it, then it's going to get even better. And you can just personalize what you like. If you don't like this channel, then you don't have to go to that channel, but just do what we can to lift and elevate. If you want to be a channel, if you want to have your voice and your story and you don't know where to start, I'm going to be doing that. That is going to be more of my focus because I had been so stuck in feeling sorry for myself and looking at all the negatives and looking at all the sadness and all that is not doing me any good anymore. It was there for a time. It was necessary. I needed to grieve, but I cannot constantly grieve. I have to be moving forward, and I have stories. I have things that I need to do. And so now I need to start looking at the productivity, and I need to start looking at results. So I'm going to start doing things like that. I am still going to do my drives with Ned. That's going to be a thing always. I'll be doing that again this Saturday.
Fun. I have to say I really enjoy them.
Thank you. I do so much better because of them. I know I'm not alone, even though in the car physically I am, but I'm not. And you guys, I know that I have a community of people. I have a village behind me that's there. If I have a problem, I can stop it. I can go live if I need to. Hey, Mac, I can do what needs to be done.
How are you guys?
Hi, baby.
All right. Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Pretty excited. How about you?
Absolutely. I came in a few minutes late, so then I had to do catch up as to what you were talking about. I'm like, who, what, where, when?
What the heck?
That's awesome.
Welcome to the village.
I know.
We are officially the village people.
Right? I almost broke out in song just then. I'll save y'all. I was doing this. Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what our letters are so that we know which way to go.
Right?
YMCA. That's the sign language version.
So
we almost did this a while back, if you remember, Mac. We were very, very close to
my volume up here. There we go. So thank you so much. David's only
Mhm.
with me for another week. He's going away.
How
But
dare he? What's he doing? What's he thinking?
Oh, he's just going down to his mom's. He's going to
Okay, 'cause-
Florida. He's escaping
Hi.
Michigan.
We
Of
like your
course.
presence, just to let you know. It is actually a very good thing, and we approve.
So, yeah, they like how I am with you.
We like how you are, period. But we just
I
like your.
wanted, I wanted David to explain for himself what his company is, and I didn't even tell him the
Okay,
name
good.
yet. It's
Yes.
and to tell you a little bit about it, because it's a wonderful company that he's just getting off the ground, and we're just at the beginning of the fundraising, but it's just like, you need $100 for this and you need $50 to do that, and it's like, you can't do that until you
shoes
do trademark, and
shoes.
So much. He got new shoes. I don't know what he's talking about.
I got them for $15. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I'm going to turn the chair over to David. Get over here.
Oh, thank God. Now I can just speak and talk. What's the time limit? I need a timer.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay,
I just
time
gotta
limit
say
is
something.
sometime between now and midnight. Go.
Oh,
Right,
shit.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to be interrupted 1,000,000 times because that's one of the
I
things
give
I
her,
do.
I give her 30 minutes to be like, okay, get him off.
Don't worry, I'll just shut down the stream. It's all good.
So who, I see, okay, who am I speaking with over here?
That's
And then-
Ned.
So this is Kim. This is her channel that we're actually on. She's
Wonderful.
hosting it. My other
Hi,
speaker.
nice to see you.
She's in Canada.
Nice.
And this is Misha.
My daughter
here.
lives not far away from you guys because she's in Southern Ontario.
Oh, I hear a little bit
Oh,
of it.
yeah, that's right. Well,
I hear a little bit.
Did you hear I'm going to Port Huron on Tuesday?
Oh, are you?
I'm
Cool.
meeting Janet from Carry On in Port
That is
Huron
so
in
awesome.
Sarnia.
That is awesome.
Fun.
I
I want to
know.
meet Janet.
I know.
And she lives closer to me than she does to you.
You guys organize your own trip. So, Misha, remind me what state you're in. It's South. I know that.
I'm an Okie, not from Muskogee.
There you
Oklahoma.
So she's in Oklahoma.
Okay,
I can't
David,
hear him.
please.
David be in Florida.
Fun,
too.
fun.
We're
He was
Michigan
doing it on
right now.
purpose.
Don't
I'm a
worry, if
turd.
it comes up
I'm-
your nose,
I'm
it's
mocking
actually
you.
good for your sinuses, I think.
Okay, go.
You're talking and they couldn't see you, so I
Yes.
figured I'd do the ventriloquism, but in reverse without my hand. You know.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
really good, actually.
We don't want to know where your hand's been. Thank you.
That makes two of us, or three of us for that matter. But I'm not sure with the village people in the corner, so it makes me concerned.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know nothing about anything with my company at all.
Not a thing.
Not a.
All right.
You get to start with a
not that
clean
I'm put on
slate.
the spot very much, but this is always good practice, right?
Mhm.
All right. So the company's name is the Love Ray Company. That's the Love Ray, R-A-Y Company.
Mhm.
The company as a whole, its motto is, its kind of belief is not just giving back, but educating those how to be kind, how to be give back, honoring those before us, going back to those traditional cultural aspects of just kindness.
Mhm.
If you look at, I don't even need to explain, they're in Canada. You guys obviously know. The United States is really messed up right now.
This
But
whole
there's a
world is
kindness,
messed up.
there's a kindness bubble coming, and there's a lot of things like in the gymnastics industry, which I did 25 years in. They're really pushing this, help each other, be kind, which also plays into kinesthetic learning. It plays into teaching young kids to interact with older, vice versa, age, anyways, so the company's first and foremost is to be kind.
Mhm.
Now, diving deeper and a lot deeper into that, the e-commerce side is very low overhead, and we have 3 brands, not including the main trademark, but we have 3 brands, each representing honoring those before us. Do your best. Live to represents like passion and do your best. What sport you're going to do? How do you conquer fear? Just is, if you want to think of it in terms I should not say, just do it. Just be, just just read, just, whatever just is. But
simply whatever.
Exactly. And it represents honesty, justice, but in a very basic trick of the
Nice.
word way,
Right.
And then Tribus Tengon is our third brand. Tribus Tengon Tribus stands for tribe.
Yes.
Tengon, Tengon, represents, I think it's old, and I know you can double check me, but I think it's old German dialect. It's represents tongs, but in their translation, it's those who shape, those who mold, those who lift you up.
Oh, cool.
So Tribus Tengon is our higher end brand, or more prestigious, I should say. And that represents, you'll see with a pair of tongs, but it's to honor those before us. And we have that focused on not just the generality of that, but we use, my sister's a breast cancer survivor, so I have that as well. So, and then that's basically the apparel side. I mean, that's, how I market that. Our website is going to be very interactive.
So what kind of products?
Products or anything I want them to be.
I'm sorry, I'm looking up Tengon here. Tengon, you said?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Tribus Tengon, is it all one thing? Tribus Tengon?
Yes, that's our company, or our brand.
Okay.
Anyways.
Sorry.
No,
Yes.
no, I just want to make sure I don't want to.
Right.
No.
I have that
I'm
fear too.
just okay.
So it sounds
Okay,
like
I will
very
continue
aligned
to look
with.
later because we are
No,
focusing.
it's perfectly fine. That's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to look. I want you to research. That's the point. Our website. So this is what I'm working on right now, and when it's on paper, it looks a lot more crazy. But our website will be interactive. There will be times that our website and store might shut down for about a week. And the only way you can get into it is to solve a challenge or do something community that shows up on the Facebook, or to, if you get 100 likes on our webpage in the next week, then we'll open a clue every 100 likes. And when it opens, it's open and go.
Love that.
So
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a tangled mess if you don't know, if you don't have a roadmap. But what also with the website we have, and this is where QR codes are just amazing, because dynamic ones, they can actually do location and ping and give you general areas of where they are.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
and you can make them pretty now. They don't have to look like a bunch of random weird things, squiggles.
Oh, girl, I'm a design graduate, so I'm going to tell you right now, you can even take it as far as chroma contrast to value, and they'll still be recognized, which opens your design possibilities.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, I just love that kind of thing.
Wait, are they both from Canada?
No, one's in
Nope.
Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma. Don't.
This is my QR code.
Yeah, nice. There's so many. So I usually take them off their things and I put them in Illustrator, and then I mess with them a little. A lot of trial and error. But why the QR codes are nice is because what we're going to have two passes of it now. The first one's called a PIF pass. My mouth, I swear.
And you're not lisping.
Not yet. My mouth will just freeze up.
Okay.
So
I know my coffee's cold. I'm like,
a PIF pass is a pay it forward pass. So let's say you subscribe to be a member to be on our website, because there's going to be members only areas for creative galleries, 18 over, everything legit, everything very ethical, moral.
Okay, so Sandy wants to know what your website is.
Yeah, I actually was going to interrupt you real quick, and I just sent Mac a message. If she can check it and send it to me, that would be great. So that way I can put it on.
Perfect.
So everybody can just click the link.
Awesome. Thank you.
My website.
Just tell them it's the Love Ray Company.
TheLoveRayCompany.com. But you might as well put a disclaimer there, because this is a one-man show. So right now it's just kind of the face. You can kind of see some of our brands. I have to be careful on how much I can put out, because my patterns, not all of my patterns, because they're all handmade. If you want to, I don't have copyrights on them yet. So there's a lot.
Funding comes in.
I know that's where the funding comes in, but there's a lot of limitations. So the website's very general, but when you see it, it's not going to look something normal. The philosophy with the basic look and feel of the website. Remember when you were a kid, like when TGF Fridays first came out, when you walk in, there was everything around it, just kind of like, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to go touch this, I want to do that too. So the website will have little secrets, little things, little areas that will Easter eggs. That's a good way of putting it. That kids can go back and forth, and even members. And then there's even stuff that we won't have available in the shop unless you find it. You know, it's one of those things. It's not going to be complicated. It will be challenging, but the goal is not to keep them on the website. The goal is to give them something to do instead of staring at a screen doing this. So if I'm gonna make them break that habit. You know,
you and I have a lot in common. I have a lot of the same stuff in the works, and that's what the whole point of the village is. It's for people to come together to build and to grow and to share. And so it's perfect. That's what we're going to be doing. If you're starting out, if you just have this or that, that's okay, because you're going to be on your channel. You're going to be putting it on there, and people can learn from it. People can help with it. They can do what they want. They can choose. It's going to be all of us getting together and doing this, because I have a crap ton of stuff that I'm working on that sounds just like a lot of the stuff that you're working on. We'll be able to share our ideas together and then push our stuff forward on our channel.
Absolutely. After all of my trademark and copyrights are through, 100%. You ever heard of a brand called Element?
Yes.
Clothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because I didn't keep my mouth shut in college.
Oh, no way.
So yeah.
Yeah, I've had stuff stolen too. I get it.
Here's one that if you knew contracting, you might know. You know Tattletale, which is the security for equipment. It's this wireless security they put on all the equipment.
No.
They're Black & Decker bought them. They're international now. That's my logo because I didn't keep my mouth shut. So yeah,
these are mine.
Oklahoma, I love you,
Good
girl.
luck.
But I'll be very careful on certain things I'll tell you. But in regard to like outline and skeleton, absolutely. Anything to pull kids in, I'm never going to not give that information and share it. Ever.
I get that. I wasn't trying to get your trade secrets. I promise. I've got a bunch of my own.
I wasn't going to tell you.
But the whole point of this video tonight is for the village. We're trying to share, and we're trying to show that we are coming
100%.
together as a bunch.
Yeah.
We are going to share our stuff. If you don't want to share it, don't do it. It's your prerogative. But the
So
village.
I'll give you an idea of how much I share. When I was a coach and then a director, I wrote a handbook. It took me about 2 years. It really laid out everything for gymnastics programs where it took pressure off the coaches, parents felt more secure and all this. I used project developers, every resource I had. Once I did it, I gave it to everybody because it's not good to me if, for example, a village building the family, the cultures and everything, it's not good to me if I hold something that could be changing people's lives.
Yep.
Exactly.
The only thing I was referring to is anything that's going to change this in my life a little bit. I got to be careful with.
Well, yeah, and that's where
fair.
You'll still have your own channel. That's exactly what this is trying to become. Is something. It's a place for people to feel safe. It's a place for people to be able to come together. If they feel like they're lost, they can come to the village, and there will be something on somewhere that they can relate to, and they can grow. It's not about promoting as much as it is about coming together.
Nope.
Yeah, it's
and I honestly, I understand and I respect the fact that I can talk about my company on here because I know it's not something that's normal, but it's so if you don't mind, that's just the first half.
Okay, so what we're going to do, David, we're going to do this. We're going to put you on my channel on maybe the 21st, and we can talk all about it. How does that sound?
21st, I will be in...
You'll be in Florida, but that's okay.
I can call in, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So you have to make sure she reminds me because when I get to Florida next week, I'm going to be with my mom and we're going to be structuring the business side. So I'm going to be zoned in.
Okay. So David, we're going to talk to David about what's the company name again?
The Love Ray Company, or you can just say Love Ray.
Okay. The Levray Co. Okay, awesome. So yes, I will put Mac in parentheses here so that I remember that she is the one I need to make contact with. Essentially what happens is this. What's going to happen is I always go live 6 o'clock. Now it'll be Central Standard Time.
Mhm.
Okay. So what'll happen is then do you have a Facebook page or something like that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have
okay.
everything really now is based. Everything out you see is just a basic shell because everything is being internally built right now.
No, the reason I'm asking is because that's how I send you the link to come online.
Oh yeah, the Love
Yeah,
Right Company.
so
It's
Matt
on
can
Facebook.
make sure that, then that's what I'll do. I'll message you the link and
Mhm.
I'll send it to you about half an hour before we go live. You and I can kind of get our ducks in a row and make sure everything is set up nicely. And
Right.
then absolutely, that's going to be our night to talk all about what you're doing because it sounds phenomenal. Does that sound okay with you?
And that second half is a surprise. That's great because that's the best part. So I'm cool.
Woohoo!
21st. What time? What day of the week? What day of the week is that?
That's a Thursday.
That should be fine. That should be fine. I have to think of. I'm going to have my mom's culture in about. in about what, a week. I'm going to be on a different schedule, different kind of culture.
It's 50 plus mobile home park.
Oh yeah. I'm also going to be the youngest man in a mobile home park. So
Woo, you're going to be popular.
yeah. I mean, come on.
You're a single man.
Excuse me,
in a
can you
mobile
put
home
that up on my shelf for me?
yeah. I like to think it's going to be something really cool, romantic, almost like novel-esque. And then I realized that I've already have a list from my mother, not just for her, but from all the neighbors of the things I'll be doing.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Okay.
Just call you
so
honeydew.
I'm going to boot you now
No problem.
so that there's going to be no spoilers for the 21st. All right. Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Love ya.
Love you.
And that's the
both.
thing. This is what the very first video scheduled for the village, because it can go on the village and everybody can see it. And that's what it is. It's not going to be about promoting people. It's going to be about sharing who we are and sharing our channels and sharing our voice. So it got scheduled right here. Y'all were witness.
Woohoo. So Mac, are you wanting to be on screen or are you good now?
Hey baby, what's your sign?
I just saw her eyes go.
Love it.
All right. So there we go. So yay, my November is filling up. I now have 2 spaces available, one on the 26th, one on the 28th.
Awesome.
So yes. All right.
There's lots of stuff to still hash over, and we'll be able to do that as time goes by on the village.
Absolutely.
Biggest thing is though, just you have a place. If you want to come, and we would really appreciate it. It won't be just, it'll be active participation. It won't be just come and watch. It'll be something that you're liking, you're sharing, you are a part of. And volunteering does not mean giving your money. It means doing what you have available resource wise, and everybody has something very valuable.
And if all you have resource wise is your time, that's all we ask.
That is so much more valuable to me than any coin, any dollar, any kind of monetary value.
Absolutely.
The fact that you guys share time with us and that you share yourselves, that
and
is
share
what
your heart,
counts.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big part of it.
And just, it's your voice. It's not going to be muted. Your voice deserves to be heard.
That's right.
Deserve to be seen. And if you want to do something, if you have dreams, if you have ideas, if you have goals, let us come together and help each other instead of just doing it by ourselves, because otherwise we end up a giant mess of all over the place ideas like I've done. My call to action, my asking for help. I am in the waters and I am lifting my hand up and all you can see is my hand.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling, and I don't think anybody else does. And I want to be able to reach in and grab each other and hold on. Do you know when you played as a kid, when you did Ring Around the Rosie, and everybody grabbed arms and everybody became a circle and they all ran around? I remember that feeling. I remember that feeling like I was flying, like I was invulnerable or invincible, like I could just do anything because I was holding on and I was being flung around. But if one person trips, they all fall, right?
That's right. Yep.
So that's why we
Absolutely.
get back up and we pull each other up and we do it again. We don't say, well, you fell, so you're out of here. We say, what can we do to help you? It's not about making money. It's not about promoting. It's not about any of that stuff. It is about elevating each other's voices.
That's right. And I'm just going to give a little promo for my own channel here. Is that most of the other channels of people that I've seen have the one person talking about their topic and they've researched a ton of it. That's not who I am. I'm an interactive kind of person. So therefore I have a guest every time. So if you are in this chat, if you have something you want to say, but you don't feel comfortable saying it on your own, please let me know. We'll
find a way around it.
More than happy. I will be more than happy to talk with you about it. Either help you say it on your own channel or you can come say it on mine. Either way. So yeah, please give me an email if you like. Yeah.
I'm going to put up the link for the village again.
I already did, but you can again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with chat. I can't read it. I can't. My eyes kill me.
That's okay. Yeah, the link for the village does not have the village in its title, which makes it difficult to follow.
Yeah. Well, it was one of those, I tried several different ones and I was trying to get everything done ahead of time before the actual live come on. And I think that the term "We Are That Village" is going to be something that would be a good like tagline, honestly, because we are that village. We are the change. Because the village, that was all taken up, so many different ways it was taken up. And so we're that village.
There we go. Oh, there we go. We are that village. Excellent. Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I will. Yes. And that is now on, we are now, that is in my channel's description now. So if you lose it, come to my channel. You've got all my different links, including the village. So we'll call it that village, including that village, because that's who we are. We are that village. We're not this, we're that village, that one.
We're that one, the one that's making all the changes. We're the ones that are going to be we're going to be the change, people.
Amen, baby. High five. Right to the forehead. Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, ladies, gentlemen, squirms and germs, I think we're good for the moment. My next, on the 12th, we're going to have Crystal back on. And I know how much we love Crystal.
Yes.
And she's going to be talking about the treatment center that did work, that does do well. And we're going to have a lot of fun talking about the healing and the hope that she has learned over there. So that will be November 12th. It'll be episode number 91. This is episode number 90. Happy 90th. And
nice.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm excited to look and see who's going to be my 100th guest. And I'm sorry, I'm looking. I've got paint on purpose.
And that's
it's
you
on purpose, but yeah, and it's
that's
me.
Beautiful.
Look at that. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I'm wrecking my own paint skins. So yeah. Anyway, so whoever's on my 100th episode, I'm so excited. That's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, have an awesome evening, friends. I will see you on the 12th. Have a good night.
Thanks for doing this with us.
Yeah. Mwah.
Mm-hmm.